Service dogs provide a huge benefit to those who need a little help in their daily activities. The first record we have of a service dog being used was found in an ancient Roman city and dates back to the 1st century. Hi, I'm Susan Cook, real estate agent and host of Explore My Town Valdosta. One nonprofit here in Valdosta works hard to not only train their amazing pups to benefit the lives of their owners, but they work hard to help the owner raise enough money to cover the cost entirely. Welcome to PUPS, people using PUPS for service. My town is your town. Let's explore it together. What do you say, Jerry? You want to explore it together? I'm here with the founders for PUPS, people using PUPS for service, Tim and Jennifer Glenn. Thank you guys so much for meeting with me and telling me a little bit about your organization. Tim, can you share with me why you started PUPS?
I started training service dogs because in 2008, 9, 10, right in that area, I was diagnosed with PTSD and so was my daughter. The waiting list at that point was around 5 to 6 years for a service dog. So I took it upon my knowledge of what I learned years ago as a dog trainer, started learning more about service dog training. Coincidentally, I trained my first autism service dog in 2011. And the people at that point, the grandparents who was raising that child, used to call me and cry. Matter of fact, they did for about 3 weeks. They'd call me every day and cry how much that dog had changed their life, which got me more into the service dog atmosphere. Last year, I went to Highland Canine, where I got my master certification in training, and I specifically went to that school for the service dog program of autism, mobile disability, seizure response, and stuff like that they train. We do pet training at Southern Canine Academy. We do search and rescue dogs. We do police canines. We do personal protection canines. We also do service dogs there but that's more for profit, not a non-profit. We do anything and everything. We do behavior mods, dog on dog aggression, dog on people aggression, things of that nature.
So Jennifer, you're going to do an event.
We are, February the 25th. We're going to have an event at American Dream, and they've offered to let us use their facilities. So we're asking for some vendors to come out. If you're a vendor and you'd like to join us, we're all about the dogs that day, and we're more focused on the PTSD part of our nonprofit.
Can you tell me a little bit about what service dogs do, actually, and what they're trained to do for their owners?
We can train them to do a lot of different tasks. The key word is trained. Like PTSD, we can train them to wake you up out of nightmares. We can train them to do behavior interruption. We can train them to go around corners before you do. We can train them for deep pressure therapy, help you find car keys, remind you to take your medication. Autism dogs, we can train them to trail you for what we call emergency down, so the dog is tethered to the child. Hearing impaired, we teach the dogs to alert the deaf people of a sound, whether it be a cell phone, somebody knocking on the door, fire alarm. And then we do seizure alerts and seizure response. The difference in the two is according to the individual person. We can train tasks for that as well. Coincidentally, this is kind of nasty, but we train one to lick the vomit out of a person's mouth when they had a seizure. We did that with oatmeal in ours, of course, but we taught the dog to do that. They can bark to alert someone that they're in a seizure. It just depends. Mobile disability, turn lights on and off.
So you mentioned compression therapy, decompression therapy?
Deep pressure therapy.
Decompression therapy? What exactly does that do for somebody suffering from PTSD?
Deep pressure therapy according to psychology, is a calming sensation. You have to teach the dog to go to pressure points on the body. We do that through training and repetition. With an autistic child, we will teach the parents to send the dog to do the lay down on the dog or the lay down on the person. With PTSD, we teach the dog to respond to the person's body language, whether it be if they twiddle their thumbs or something like that. So none of it's on command. except for the autistic child, and that's only because of the parent. The dog is trained to respond to the parent and the child, where PTSD, the dog is trained to respond to the individual's person's behavior change.
So, what are your goals with PUPS?
PUPS, the goal is really to help place these dogs with people who are in need of these dogs. It's such a vast variety of people doing it. What I've seen through the years and what I seen when I was at Highland was a lot of the dogs were not being trained to be service dogs. A lot of them are taking pet dogs and putting pet obedience on it and saying it's a service dog and it's not trained to do nothing.
Tell me what TJ is learning to do.
TJ's learning to do trailing. He's also learning to do deep pressure therapy and behavior interruptions.
And he's one of the dogs in your program,
Yes.
and you'll raise. Tell me, why did you decide to start training dogs?
I got into training dogs at an early age. Just fell in love with it when I was around 12, 13 years old. Started working with bird dogs on the plantation and just went from there.
As someone who serves our community, I know it's vital to support our local businesses. I've partnered with my town to do just that, spread awareness and support local businesses. Won't you join me? Send me a chat and we can discuss or explore your business.